I mean, the music in this movie is quite striking, and I felt that it was quite unique as well because to the kind of setting. I was just wondering how it kind of came about to compose this particular kind of style of music, and whether that came from conversations with Kenneth at all.
Yeah, when Kenny sent me the script, I was overwhelmed by it and started to write right away, and actually recorded music, a lot of the vocal music, and sent it to him, and the piano solos. And I think for the vocal music, what I was really looking for was this concept of that part of the planet of America being some of the where some of the earliest sort of new settlement happened, and the idea of starting over again and experiencing trauma and having to find a new source in yourself of strength and resilience. And somehow I thought the melodies captured that sort of old world new layer to the film. Yeah,
it just works perfectly. I mean, there's some beautiful kind of roving shots of the sea, the ocean, and I was just wondering. I mean, did you have to see that first to then sort of start composing, or did you already kind of begin and then it got put on sort of later, or did you need to see that to kind of get a flavour for what imagery was going to be kind of complementing your soundtrack?
Well, I wrote the piano solo as sort of this idea that fate can grab you by the pants and just simply scoot you all over the planet in sort of an astral projection and that never ends. And then with the vocal music, it also I wrote intuitively from the script as a kind of unending, omniscient eye that just continued wherever fate took you. But then after I saw the film, it was working really beautifully. So Kenny and I looked at other places in the film and started to incorporate more music, and that concept of the stillness of the sea and the waves and those beautiful long shots, you know, and it all seemed to work together in a strangely intuitive way. There's a
kind of classical edge to the sound, and obviously with the sea, I mean, Benjamin Britten was a kind of composer that brings to mind. Was that someone that was inspired you in any way?
Oh, well, his music is incredibly inspiring. Some of the most beautiful music ever. Yeah. And it also has that feeling, actually, of the sea. Very much so. Yeah. I was just wondering, when you're sort of sitting down to watch the film, because it's so absorbing and you get so lost in the narrative and the characters. I mean, are you able to do that? Are you always kind of listening to the songs and kind of, I guess in the same way that an actor always watches their own performance, are you able to kind of detach what you've created with the kind of film that you're able to kind of watch as an audience member would, I guess? It's funny, like when I'm writing, I just really get inside the film and I don't really think about it that much. And I think the same thing happens when I watch the finished product. I mean, if they haven't quite finished yet, I'm always looking where I can take it to another level, especially with the mix and with the positioning and with the whole soundscape of it, where the harmonic spectrum's sitting, so that we make sure that the full range is there and people really feel the music, not only hear it. So I'm always looking for that.
I mean, it just must be so thrilling to be a part of this is a really special piece of filmmaking. I mean, it's the best film I've seen at the festival so far, and it was the first I saw, and I just thought that won't be topped. I mean, it must be so incredible to know that you're quite an integral part of a film that is, I mean, could be remembered and could be watched, you know, in decades to come.
Yeah, I'm thrilled. Yeah, I had that. I mean, we had that experience when I scored "You Can Count on Me" to some extent, and now I feel like, and it's just been a pleasure to work with Kenny again. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time. Much appreciated. Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys.
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey